Hey guys, I know it's popular to shit on Marvel vs Capcom Infinite, but real talk, the game is not nearly as bad as people think. But with that said, let's shit on Marvel vs Capcom Infinite anyway. What's up guys, it's me Zero to my Kitsune, and let's talk trailers. Now EVO has come and gone, and we got some pretty interesting reveals this year. We got the Geese trailer for Tekken 7, Trunks for Dragon Ball FighterZ, Abigail for Street Fighter V, and Jeddah for Marvel vs Capcom Infinite. But for some reason, I'm not as hype about the last one as I think I should be. They chose to do a live gameplay reveal, oddly enough, which I think might have been a bit of a mistake because it doesn't allow the cool things to be shown. You saw characters blocking supers or high jumping away while a character was doing an interesting animation, and I think Maximilian summed it up best in his live reaction to the event.
Oh god, another dropped combo! Got another super that's blocked!
Also on a side note, the first thing I'm going to be looking for when this game comes out is a mod to turn Jeddah's goop into blood. I mean, really, Capcom? I mean, I get why you did it, but Moving on. Now, none of the trailers have actually been that exciting for me, and it took this trailer for me to actually realize that. And for this video, I decided to actually go all the way back and look at all the trailers for Marvel vs Capcom Infinite. And what I saw were generic music, no real character interactions, and the focus was all over the place. It got to the point that before I actually looked at all of them, I couldn't remember which trailer Mega fucking Man was actually shown in. And I think it was the second one, I'm not sure again. But a lot of people say that MVCI was overwritten by Dragon Ball FighterZ at E3, and a lot of people would be right on that one. But in my mind, for EVO 2017, Jeddah was overridden by Geese. I mean, look at this trailer.
Bring it on! I'll destroy you all!
It is amazing. You have build up, you have a theme relevant to the character, we got Geese talking.
Give in to your fears.
And we got predictable.
Predictable.
It was perfect. This trailer felt like they really understood what people want from the game, or at least their character's representation in the game. Now compare that to any of the Marvel vs Capcom Infinite trailers.
Whoever called it cute just now, step forward so I can kill you.
They end up looking like the developers care less about who's in our game and more about look what can be done in Marvel vs Capcom Infinite, which may be a positive thing for some, but in my opinion it really sounds like, and I'd hate to say this, functions versus functions. Now there could be an argument that the early trailers for fighting games are just straight gameplay, but Marvel vs Capcom Infinite is in this weird place where a lot of people are not excited for the game, and Capcom should really acknowledge this and kind of change the way they're doing these trailers to try to get those sort of people on board. To further my point on just how lackluster some of the Marvel vs Capcom Infinite trailers are, look at the trailers for other fighting games. Hell, Abigail's trailer with his insane dislike ratio, oh my god, is still more interesting. It at least acknowledges Final Fight at the very beginning. But more to the point, look at the original Marvel vs Capcom 3 trailers.
You can run while you can!
Spider sense is tingling.
Go for broke!
Capcom should have learned from this and see what people can get excited from. I remember vividly the feeling of seeing a trailer, getting very excited for it, and then waiting a week or two just to see the next one and see who was revealed and get that hype all over again. And that was with me still being skeptical from the transition of Marvel 2 to 3 and how different it was. One would think Capcom would take their previous success with getting people excited about an IP that's radically different and take it and use it going forward, but they didn't. And I'd also have to argue it can't be that expensive to do those sort of trailers. Now, I don't have any numbers on that, but just take Killer Instinct for example. Their budget has to be on fumes at this point. Hell, not even fumes, it has to be Wisp. You know, that thing that fumes are when they become invisible and you can't see them but you can still feel them. That's their funded right now. And yet we still got Eagle's trailer, and even just Eagle's reveal, the 5-second reveal, was more exciting than a lot of the stuff I've seen from Marvel vs Capcom Infinite. And that begs the question, who are these kind of trailers for? They can't be for the hardcore fans, because the hardcore fans got enough information from the first trailer and maybe the demo, which was sadly not released for PC, probably because of data miners and Capcom trying to avoid them. It still kind of happened, but those people, they got enough from that. They're pretty much a guaranteed sell, and even with that you have the fighting game community itself kind of circulating this idea that yeah, the game's pretty okay, and so you're gonna sell it to those people. But what about the people who only care about the characters, the more casual audience, which with Capcom's strong push on how easy it is to learn the game means that they really want these sort of people, but these trailers just don't have enough devotion to the characters themselves to really pull them in. And part of me wants to say that maybe it's because of the whole 2v2 setup, maybe they can't do a really strong solo trailer, but another part of me just simply says if that's the problem, they could just do the trailer slightly different. Maybe have a small segment from the cinematic story that they were able to bundle with the demo, then cut to some of their gameplay with them paired with an existing character, and obviously have their theme playing in the background, if themes are actually in this game. And then after a small period of time, have a cut to black. And then have some corny line where the second character says they can't do it alone or something like that, and then it cuts to the second character. And you have them start their theme, and then you have them fight, and you have them fight together, but you have it more focused on the second character. Then you have the 2v2 format set up. But that's just one of the many possibilities with a game trailer. You can do a lot of stuff with editing. And every trailer I see from Marvel vs Capcom Infinite just makes me a little bit more and more disappointed, and maybe a tad bit worried. Now, I might be more worried than I should be about this game, but I've already seen 2 franchises in the last few years kind of dig their own grave and get set to the back burner by their companies because they didn't really acknowledge how much the internet's opinion of a game can reflect in sales. And as far as I am personally with this game, while I won't buy it now, I do plan on getting the game when it adds content relevant to my interest, and with their whole DLC season plan that was kinda leaked and floating around on the internet, if that is indeed their plan, then yeah, maybe they can get me a few months or maybe even years down the line. But until then, I wouldn't support this game. I wouldn't support it as long as it doesn't have what I want in the game. And so I have to worry that maybe it might not hit that point. Maybe the company itself pulls the plug if it doesn't have the initial sales, like the other 2 games I'm thinking of did. And maybe they just put more effort into Street Fighter V, or maybe they do another game. But either way, I don't want Marvel vs Capcom Infinite to fail. And while there's a fair chance within the tournament scene that it won't fail, within the casual scene, and that's where the money comes in a lot of the time, who knows? But those are just my thoughts about this whole trailer situation. Leave in the comment section your opinions on how Marvel vs Capcom Infinite has been handling their trailers, and I will see you guys next time. Also, if I didn't mention it before, Gamera was shown. She's not a She-Hulk function, so I guess that's neat.